This video is a practical guide for law enforcement agencies in Ukraine on tracing and identifying individuals in cryptocurrency investigations. It is titled, The Digital Detective's Handbook. The landscape of crime is changing. Criminals are diversifying away from Bitcoin. Stablecoins now account for 63% of all illicit transactions. There's a clear migration to alternative blockchains like Tron, which accounts for 58% of illicit transactions, followed by Ethereum at 24% and Bitcoin at 12%. Understanding the anatomy of the digital footprint is key, starting from the seed phrase to the public address. The chain includes the seed phrase, private key, public key, and finally the public address, which is used for receiving funds. We can distinguish between two types of evidence: UTXO models like Bitcoin and account-based models used by Ethereum and Tron. Tracking funds in UTXO networks is more complex due to change addresses, while tracing in account-based networks is more straightforward. The key to identification lies in custodial and non-custodial wallets. Non-custodial wallets, like Ledger, offer full ownership. Custodial services, such as Binance, require Know Your Customer or KYC verification. The main goal is to trace illicit funds to a custodial service that holds KYC data. Investigators have access to free blockchain explorers and professional analytical platforms. Free tools like Etherscan and TronScan are essential for initial analysis. Professional platforms, such as Chainalysis, automate clustering and risk assessment. Criminals use various techniques to anonymize transactions and complicate tracing. These include mixers, chain hopping, and privacy coins. Understanding these techniques is the first step in overcoming them. Deep analysis of chain hopping involves transferring funds between incompatible networks, for example, from Solana to Tron, via cross-chain bridges or instant exchangers to break the trail. Always check suspicious addresses across all major EVM networks. In tracing USDT on the Tron network, the most important evidence is often the funds used for transaction fees or gas. If a suspect's wallet receives TRX for gas directly before a withdrawal to a centralized exchange, it often leads to immediate de-anonymization. Deconstructing a cross-chain transfer, such as Solana to Tron, involves several steps. Start with analysis on SolScan. Find the key fields in the transaction logs. Identify the target network, convert the address, and then continue tracing on the new network's explorer, such as TronScan. A specific challenge is investigating the TON network due to its integration with Telegram, varying address formats, and limited analytical tools. When querying an exchange like Binance, you need the internal or underlying transaction hash that lands in the exchange wallet, not the first external TXID. Hidden messages can be revealed through the analysis of OP_return data in transactions, which may contain cross-chain transfer details. AI tools can assist in this analysis, but always cross-verify the results, as AI may return inaccurate information. The process moves from on-chain analysis to off-chain identification. Once the flow of illicit funds is traced to a custodial service's deposit address, the next step is to gather all key evidence. This prepares for sending an official request to the exchange's legal department for the user's KYC data. To create an effective request to an exchange, always use official channels, such as a specialized LE request portal. Be sure to include unique identifiers, full information about your agency, an official signed document, and a concise context of the case. Avoid general or phishing requests. The key principles for a digital detective are simple. The goal is always a custodial service. Secondly, crimes are often multi-chain, so check all major networks. Third, follow the gas, as it is often the shortest path to de-anonymization. Finally, use multiple tools to cross-verify data.